Alright, so the way I created this beat was I recorded the guitar part with the voice memo app on the iPhone, and then I imported it into Cubase. So it's not a guitar sample or anything like that. All my guitar parts and all that stuff, I don't really use samples in general, except for there is one sound in this beat that is sampled, which is pretty rare for me, but I'll show it for you. But here is the main guitar part for, this was like the unchopped version, so. So it's those three chords, which is an A major 7, C sharp minor 7, and then like a big D major 7. So then what I did, I have the session pulled up right here. Session here. So what I did with the guitar part, I imported it, I found the tempo, and I'm just gonna play you. So I ended up chopping it on each chord. So that sounds a little something like this. Here's the chop. Next one. The last one. So that's what I did. So, because when I recorded it right to the iPhone, I didn't have it set to a tempo or anything like that, so I knew I was going to kind of chop it up a little bit. And then what I did was I layered the second one, which is, I just doubled it, but I added a bunch of interesting effects to this. So this, I added a little bit of an EQ here to kind of give it that lo-fi effect. I added a touch of vibrato, which is a nice little thing to do. Kind of gives it a little bit of like a, you know, it gives it that wavy sound a little bit. I'm using Cubase right now, which is what I always use. And then of course, a little bit of the Kramer tape. Kramer tape is nice. It's got this noise knob right here, which I don't know if you can hear that, but sometimes I wish this noise knob would even add even more noise, but I like to turn those up when I'm making those lo-fi type beats. So when I added those guitar parts together, that sounded a little something like this. For the drums, it's just a simple kick with a snare, and the sample that I was talking about is this right here. Let's see if you guys can figure out what this sound is right here. I'll play it one more time. That is the iPhone sound. That is like the text and the sending from the iPhone. So I thought that was kind of cool to throw in there. So it sounds like this, right? Here it is again. And then what I did during the bridge part, I cut the drums. I added one more layer with even more reverb on it. So that sounds like this. And then what I started doing is on that last chord, I started reversing it. So that's a cool effect too. That sounds a little something like this. You'll see it. So that again, I just chopped it and reversed it. So for the rest of the beat, I start doing that reverse thing, which adds kind of like this trippy effect. Here it is one more time. Ready? Pretty much it. I think for a beat like this, it's important to keep it simple. But yeah, it started off with just the guitar part, playing a couple chords, having an idea where the beat was going to go, and then bring it into Cubase, converting it, like, because from voice memo, it's an MP4 or whatever, but converting it to MP3, and then just chopping it up in Cubase from there. So yeah, there are no samples in that. That's why I made this video. Somebody asked me if I sample my shit, but I don't. So there it is. All right, hope that helped. Peace.